today I thought I'd take a quick look at the official arcade stick for the SEGA Dreamcast. And if you're a fan of the console, then you probably already know that a lot of the games that came out for it were arcade style games. So you had a lot of 2D fighters, there was a lot of side-scrolling shooters and top-down shooters, there's 3D fighting games as well, and basically just games that were designed originally to be played in an arcade and then ported over to the Dreamcast. So originally they were a lot of them were designed to be played on an arcade cab with your arcade buttons and your joystick. So this is a good option to get if you're into your Dreamcast gaming. Obviously you've got the original controller here, but you've only got 4 buttons on it. You've got your D-pad and your analog stick, but to get the same kind of experience and kind of quality of gameplay out of the games, the best way to play it is on an actual arcade stick. There are other options if you want to go for, if you're into your 2D fighters, and you've got third-party controllers like this where you've got your 6 buttons and your turbo settings and that kind of thing. There's a few different types released for the Dreamcast like that. Again, you've got this one here, that's got your 6 buttons. But overall, the arcade stick here is probably your best option if you actually want to play a lot of 2D fighters, or basically just a lot of the arcade style games for the Dreamcast. So if we just take a quick look at the box and the packaging for it here, you'll see it's just your regular PAL European blue and white branded Dreamcast packaging here, so it's pretty uninspiring, nothing really exciting in the box. You've got a wee picture of the arcade stick there, it says arcade stick along the side, but that's really all there is to it. You've just got a big blue and white box, really nothing to it. You've got a couple of the other accessories shown on the bottom there, but that's the box for it there. So if we just take a quick look at the controller itself here, you'll see that there's really not much to it. You've got your arcade stick and you've got your buttons here. So you've got your ABC, X, Y and Z, and then you've got a wee start button at the top as well. There's no kind of macro feature or turbo, rapid fire, any of that kind of stuff. It's basically just as you might find in an arcade, you've got just your basic controls here. And I mean, the only difference is here you've got a VMU slot like you'd find in a regular Dreamcast controller anyway. So, and you've got your Wii viewing window just here. Nice kind of faceplate to it. That's screwed in place. These wee screws here. You've got your Dreamcast logo. On the different, I think there's 3 different versions of this controller. They're all the same really, but the different regions have a different logo. So this is the PAL version, I think, and there's a different one for Japan and North America as well. So, but other than that, they're all the same, basically the same controller. The really nice thing about this is it's an actual micro switched joystick that's on it, so it makes that nice clicky sound and we can hear that. But I mean, it's basically, to me it just feels the same as going into an arcade and the controls that you'd find there. The buttons are a wee bit, I don't know, there's something about them that's not quite the same as an arcade machine, but they're still pretty good, and you can always switch those out if you really wanted. To me they're fine. There's just something not quite the same as an arcade machine with these buttons. I don't know what it is, but it's a minor complaint, but it's not even really a complaint, it's just a kind of observation. But yeah, really good quality overall. So you see you've got this nice faceplate to it, and you've got the white casing, and then on the back here you've got this huge piece of metal here, which gives it a lot of weight. You've got 4 rubber feet, so that it doesn't slip around, and again you've got these screws here as well, and you've also got your SEGA product number and model number here. So you've got HKT 7300, and it's made in Taiwan. But yeah, it's really heavy. It's a very large controller as well. So just get the Dreamcast, I'll show you. So here's a Dreamcast here, and as you can see, the controller is almost double the size of the Dreamcast itself. Put that down there for comparison. Yeah, it's pretty huge. Almost the same thickness as well. Let's see. But again, you get a nice long cable here for it. Your standard controller controller plug on the end. And overall, really good controller. Highly recommend it. I actually bought 2 of them so that you can get a friend round, play some fighting games. So everyone's got the same controller, it's all fair. But I mean, for games like one of my favourite games on the Dreamcast, one of my favourite games actually ever, is Dead or Alive 2. It just makes playing games like this so much more fun. Obviously you've got Soul Calibur as well, the Dreamcast, and another favourite game for using with the arcade stick is the likes of Cannon Spike. So it's like a kind of arcade shooting, 3D shooter kind of game. And of course you've got games like Giga Wing, where it's basically a 2D shooter. So yeah, overall I'd recommend getting one of these if you're into your 2D fighters. If you've got a Dreamcast, definitely pick one up. I think they're harder to find maybe in North America than they are in Europe. I don't know about the rest of the world. They come up on eBay all the time here in Europe, and usually cost you around probably about £25 to £35 delivered. So if you can find one for that price, that's pretty good. They sometimes go for a wee bit more, but I think I paid about 25 for these ones here, boxed and delivered. So overall, yeah, highly recommend it. And if you can find one, pick one up. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you again soon.